Particularly honored by the venue because all these greats are looking down on all of us as we also engage in a very, very minor way in the world they had all lived in, and they had contributed to this world in such a magnificent manner. I already have heard Chandana Di, who has on various occasions given us a lot of insights into the works of Tagore. I remain a fan of hers because I have actually heard her talk on Tagore's art. Short introduction to Sheshir Kobita. I now pass on to the actual book. As the chief guest has so pertinently pointed out, this was written when Tagore was quite old. He was in his late 70s. This was actually published in 1928, and it was in sharp retaliation to the Brat Pack, to the young authors who thought he was dated, as again the chief guest has so pertinently pointed out. And he actually not only beat them at their own game, but he reinvented the Bengali language in such a way that Sheshir Kobita remains unparalleled, right? As a writer's experiment with language. Here, obviously, the language is racy. There is no other word for it. The Bengali language that Tagore had made so sonorous, had made so beautiful, became like a very quick rap. Very quick rap. There is a very strong staccato rhythmic beat in his first few chapters, and then the mature Tagore takes over, and the novel Sheshir Kobita becomes very deep in tone. I find Sheshir Kobita to be one of the most thought-provoking novels on various themes. But first of all, the first 4 chapters do not give an impression of actually this kind of thought-provoking environment which he creates in the later chapters. The first 4 chapters are almost written with a kind of smile. You can actually see Tagore smiling when he composed those first 4 chapters, sharply satirical, very quickly taking on the social and the cultural milieu of his day, very quickly introducing the Bengal and the India that has preceded Tagore's own writings. He looks at conventional orthodox Hinduism, he looks at conventional orthodox cultural systems that are guided by this kind of Hinduism, and he looks at the social reform movements which began to push orthodoxy. He introduces orthodox personalities satirically. There is a lot of grim amusement in the way he introduces cultural orthodoxy, religious orthodoxy, and obviously orthodoxies which prevent the entire nation to move forward.